Hey everybody, AFC Northerners, Jan David Sutar here. Yes, Ravens win against the Bucs. Not a lot of crazy things that actually happened in this game. The rain was really intense. We did see some fantastic plays, some really great moments, but it was overall not like an overwhelmingly exciting game. So let's start with our offense. What a great performance under duress of the rain and in weather from this offense. You know, Andrews balled out. Jackson, you can really see Jackson getting more comfortable in the pocket, especially under pressure. There was a couple of things that he did that I was like, meh, but also we don't know how much of those bad throws were rain. There's something to consider there. Getting back, let's talk about Lamar Jackson for a moment. Man, is he really good at that run-pass option. If you go back and watch, there was not even moments before he read what he needed to do and would plow through and wind up chunking out 7, 8, 9, 10 plus yards. So really amazingly different offense from what we saw at the start of this season. I mean, obviously, but just wow. It was good to see Hurst finally get out there, make some good catches, so good for that. Andrews really was more of the star of this game, but it was good to see what Hayden Hurst was actually made of. I will say that the repass option didn't really work as well towards later in the game. Former Brown in training camp, Carl Nassib, really was able to kind of poke through and get to Jackson and really cause, for example, that one intentional grounding penalty after the sack. Carl Nassib really found a way to kind of penetrate through. So you need to go back through, watch the film, and find out exactly how that was able to happen, and so that other teams don't get our number as well. So if you're looking at Dixon versus Edwards for this game, that's really tough because Dixon just balled out early on in the game too. Just Dixon was going through and making huge gains. And then at the end of the game, you've got Edwards, you got the Gus Bus just plowing through people over and over again, all the way down to the line just to basically shove it down their throats. So that's a hard one. Dixon versus Edwards, I think that we've got a great 1-2 punch there. Between the two, I really don't know who deserves the ball more. They're so good. Defense. Fantastic job by Mosley. Really great to see him come out and really kind of look sharper and more on top of it than he has in a while. Really impressed with his game there. Still got things to clean up, but honestly, Mosley had a great game. Shout out to the fantastic work in the secondary, especially in those red zones. You had Tampa Bay get really close to the red zone a few times, and both times the secondary just took their opportunities away, negated them completely. Really great secondary work. Really proud of those guys. Speaking of secondary work, Marlon Humphrey, first interception of the year. Great to see it. So it's really good to see our secondary, even in this kind of weather, be able to pick up and just take the ball out of the air like that. Overall, Humphrey had a great game. Really, truly, just amazingly great plays. Really sharp. It's obvious to see why he was the #1 pick. All right, so special teams. So Justin Tucker, obviously, but let's talk about Cyrus Jones for a second. Now, he touched the ball. He totally touched the ball. That was not a good idea to do. I think that it came down to like a bit of instinct, and you either got to commit to that instinct or you don't. And I think that he was kind of in this in-between space. Didn't work out so well for us, but we were able to, basically make Tampa Bay waste that time on the clock so that we could get it back and run it down. So it worked out, but oof, it's not a good look. All right, so overall game ball to me has got to go to Lamar Jackson. Just keeping this drive alive, sacrificing his body, running over 100 plus yards as a rusher. Really, truly, if it wasn't for him, I don't know what kind of offense we'd have on the Ravens. And I think that it's a testament to know that Joe Flacco started out the beginning of the season on top. Now he's on backup, and I think that we have seen the brand new definition of what this offense will be. I think it's great to have an established run game. I know that for years we were calling for Morningweg's head about no running game, and I think it's because he was way more keyed in to a quarterback who has the ability to move more. That being said, that's all speculation. He could just be, grinning by the seat of his pants. We'll see what the pressure's like on Marty Morningweg, because I got a feeling that, things keep going the way we're going, and if we beat the Browns at the end of the season, and we also win next week against the Chargers, which is a tough battle, we could see what Marty Morningweg is like in the playoffs, and that's an interesting proposition. Overall, I was super happy with the outcome of this game. I thought that we played great as a team. Some hard times, especially with the rain, but overall, I think that we just had a solid game, guys. Tampa Bay never really felt like a threat. It was always kind of off kilter for them. We were really good at keeping them from getting their footing and staying focused, frustrating them, and I really saw what we could do on both sides of the ball in this game. Really, really great game to have at home. I'm a happy Ravens fan. How are you feeling about this game, especially after that loss to the Chiefs? Think we're ready going in to play the Chargers this next week? Sorry guys, I wasn't able to get to a preview earlier. I have had college finals all week, and I just have not been able to get anything else done. So I will have one coming up. I will probably be doing it on the road, going on a road trip with wife and puppy, so that's exciting. So I have no idea in what state I will be whenever I do this, but I'm excited to talk about this Chargers game. I think that it's probably one of the most exciting and biggest tests of the season for us as Ravens fans, and as you know, just in the NFL. I think it's going to be a really interesting game to see how our defense does against Phillip Rivers' most ridiculous hard snap count, and also against their defense with our offense. I think it's going to be a really tough game. It's going to be a really interesting game to watch. I'm super excited to see it. Anyway, guys, make sure you check out DGBG's video from yesterday. Their amazing win over the Broncos. I can't believe the Browns beat the Broncos. Also, make sure you check out the Steelers game later today. You're going to have Chris or Gabe put up a video. And it looks like right now that the Bengals are up on the Raiders. So maybe we'll see a Bengals video. I would love to see the thoughts from Mark going into playing the Browns next week for the second time with Hugh Jackson still there. And what happens if the Browns wind up really decimating the Bengals yet again? Is this Browns team what will kill Hugh Jackson and Marvin Lewis for them? I mean, if I were them, I'd be cheering up on the Browns so that you can get a whole new, better coaching staff. Please subscribe and comment if you have. Just click the little button. Make sure you check us out. And I hope you have a great day. It's been a great day for us as Ravens fans. Take care, guys.